Today we're going to take a look at our Dell KACE System Management Appliance, what we call our K1 appliance. Over the next 35, 40 minutes, we're going to walk you through the product, show you an overview demonstration of its modules, all that come with it, what we can do with it, and how it can help you on your day-to-day IT management needs. Our KACE K1 appliance will handle your inventory, your software, licensing and management, asset management, software distribution, patching, scripting, service desk, any reporting needs. We do have a new version, which is our 6.3 version, which this recording will be showing. As I said, we're going to take you through this. I'll hit some slides here first, and then kind of show you an overview of what it does, how it looks, and really what it's meant to do is answer your basic questions, see if it's something that might be a fit for you in your organization, and lead you to dive deeper with more intensive questions for your Dell account team, your KACE specialist, much like myself, throughout the United States and geographic areas that we are assigned to. So you have someone on your account team right now that will handle KACE for you, not only from the sales side, but for the engineering side as well. More than happy to spin up a one-on-one demonstration with you, show you the product, answer your questions. We have trials available that are free trials for you, whether they be a hosted version for a week or spinning one up virtually in your environment for a month. Our guys can help you with that and would be more than happy to do that, to show you what this product can do for you. And again, be more than happy to do it at any point in time. Reach out to your Dell account team. There's a KACE specialist set up for you. So let me hit a few slides first, and then we'll jump right into the appliance. But as you can see here, the KACE appliance is a 1U rackable appliance. We do sell it virtually as well, whether it be VMware or Hyper-V, and we do have a hosted version as well. So we do have, basically an appliance or a solution that fits most needs, and we'll talk to it from that side. Dell KACE really has a couple different points we always strive to mention, and what we will always see when we look at the product. It saves you time. It saves your organization money. It's comprehensive, affordable, and easy to use. Those things obviously go hand in hand. If it's easy to use and comprehensive, it is going to save you time, right? And by saving time, it saves your organization money, and all of a sudden it makes it very affordable for you. So I pop over to the next slide. We're going to kind of do what we like to show our system lifecycle management and kind of what KACE and Dell endpoint system management cover, throughout our products today, whether it be deployment, management, security, and service, from image capture, multicasting, remote site support, discovery and inventory, as I mentioned, software distribution, asset management, reporting, privilege management, policy enforcement, patch management, along with monitoring, alerting, service desk, user portal, and some mobile access as well. From Windows, Mac, and Linux on the KACE side to iOS and Droid on the mobile side, we really can handle most of the things that are out there today for you. Dell ESM, which I mentioned is endpoint system management, kind of curtails KACE, endpoint mobility management, and our desktop authority product. Our K1 and K2 are our KACE products. K1 is a management appliance. That's what we'll be looking at today. K2 is our deployment appliance. When we talk about imaging, provisioning and deployment, fulfilling tasks including inventory assessment, OS and application provisioning, migration and recovery, that's where our K2 comes into play. Our EMM side, Enterprise Mobility Management, is a flexible product that is a hosted environment now. It's run by one of our ESM teams, but the KACE specialist will be able to lead you that way. When we talk about your smartphones and your tablets, it is a separate appliance, but does integrate with the KACE product, and I will show you that a little bit when we look at it, how it pulls it into inventory, and you're able to see everything through a single pane of glass. Now, when we talk about system management, as we just did with KACE and EMM, we also like to touch on user management. And that's where our Desktop Authority Management Suite comes into play, where it provides centralized, secure, and consistent management of Windows user environments. We can automate user access to resources and application. What we can do is really give them privilege management, or what we always like to say, least privilege that's needed to do their job. And that can really become a great selling point to any management side of things. We talk about giving people only access to what they need to do their job. And from a security side, really place a lot of emphasis on that as well. So you'll see that come through as well. The Desktop Authority Management Suite will also have a recorded demo here for you to watch at this same site. We talk a little bit about what our customers have to say and hit some of the key points we do here, where 80% of our customers report that the appliance paid for itself in less than 6 months. The way to break that down really is in the time savings, what it does for you and your IT staff by automating some of the basic tasks you do on a day-to-day basis, whether it be pushing out software, sending patches not only to the OS but to the third parties, run an inventory. Where are my boxes? What's on my boxes? Where they are? Can someone break down my software for me? Where are my software licenses? How much do I have? How many are installed? That type of situation where we can look at for you and pull that information very, very quickly. We can automate some of these tasks from a patching and software distribution side. From a Dell side, we can help you with your driver and warranty information, firmware updates, BIOS and driver updates. Always make those available to our Dell customers because we can tie in strictly with our updates catalog. But again, with all of that there and being able to automate a lot of these tasks, we can save a lot of money. You can see Michael at Dexter Southfield Schools. Without KACE, we would have had to hire 2 or 3 more people in the IT group. And that is a common thread we get back from our customers. It literally saves people hours a day, as Ron says below. That is where KACE comes into the time savings, hence the money savings. 63% of KACE customers reported deployed it in less than a week. Again, very easy to get this thing set up and running, getting basic information back. Obviously, we can get very granular with this product. It is a fully scalable enterprise-level appliance. But from a standard getting it up and running standpoint, very easy to do. I don't want to say it's quite plug and play, but really can get it up and running, deploying the agents, reporting back very, very quickly. And almost 80% of the customers are extremely high in customer satisfaction rate KACE. Again, the way we sell it, the way it runs, the way you use it makes this an easy product to like. As I said, it's pretty easy to get it up and running. From an IT standpoint, not intimidating whatsoever. A lot of drop downs, drag, and click type of situations. You're not running a lot of code here. It's very easy to learn. And then again, you can continue to learn and get as granular with this as you want. So it can play a vital role in your IT staffing right now, and really, again, not only save you time, save you money, but allow you from an IT standpoint to become more proactive and less reactive on your day-to-day basis. And what we could do with that, is up to you. Your next steps, like we said, watch a live demo. Get in touch with your Dell and KACE team. Let them walk you through page by page, step by step. Ask questions. Hopefully this will answer some questions for you, but also raise some other questions. We want you to reach out to us and do it. You can try it for free, as I mentioned, the trials. ROI assessment is available at the website, or again, your Dell team will be more than happy to walk you through this. Plug in the dollars and cents that you use today in your time, and see how KACE can save it for you there. Obviously, you can contact us, sales@kase.com, any of the Dell 800 numbers. Your Dell account team, again, as I mentioned, very easy to get a hold of, and how we do things from our side. So again, what we like to do from there is really dig deeper with you, show you the value of this product and how it can help you on a day-to-day basis. I'm going to move over now to the actual module. As you can see, it's a web-based portal. So again, you don't have to be tied to the appliance with this. This is something you can log into from wherever you are, as long as you have web access. You can see this is our K1 administrator interface. You'll have a strictly login ID and password from an admin side. We're going to be looking at things from the admin view here mostly today. We also have a Go app, a KACE Go app, free at the App Store, either for iPhone or for Droid. And again, you can manage things from that mobile app as well, including service desk and working tickets from that side. So something real neat to look at from that side as well. So I'm going to log in very quickly here, take a look at the product, again, on our K1 box. So we log in, we pull up, we basically get to what we call our dashboard or our home page. This is just a simple overview of what's going on in the environment there today, our knowledge-based articles, our news articles, not only with KACE, but what's going on in the industry. But again, with any bugs that might be out there, any best practices, you're able to see some information here. This is a very customizable page as well. You can see I can click out of these and close these down just by hitting customize. I do have some things going on below here with my patch install progress, my license compliance, managed operating systems, and connections. Again, these are customizable. I can drag and drop these to make things look a little better for us. I can get rid of them very easily just by hitting the trash button. I can go up again and customize and add more things if I want to from here, as you can see. So again, just a quick overview of what it looks like when you come in. Make this look the way you want, have the information you want very quickly, with its license compliance or how many connections we have at this time. And you'll see down the left-hand side, this is how we kind of look at this from a home side. There's our dashboard, our search, which is obviously being able to search for anything you want at one click. Label management. I'll click on it to show you it very quickly how we do labels, how we can do labels on LDAP and Active Directory, look at, right, authenticate through that, through the LDAP browser, and smart labels. Labels in CASE terminology basically are just a group of something, right? You can create a smart label within about 4 or 5 steps of, just simply naming it and putting in certain criteria through a drop-down box on how you want to do it. So if I wanted to pull in certain machines into a certain label, our software into a certain label, our users, we can do it a variety of different ways here. And I'll show you down the road kind of how labels come into play and save you time as we move on. I'm going to start at the bottom here, but we will cover, obviously, inventory. What we call monitoring from a server standpoint: assets, software distribution, scripting, security, which is our patching, our service desk, and our reporting. So I'll click on settings first just to kind of cover this real quick, where you show the general settings, the agent settings. If we're going to link any appliances together, if you have any of the other CASE, the K2 imaging appliance, we can link together here, right? Any backup settings or monitoring settings here, user authentication, networking, and you can read as we go on, right, your date and time, but this is where you set all of that. This is where I set my users and roles, any logs, any appliance updates that need to be done would be done here. This is where you're going to find your license information, the version you're running, if there's a new version that might be needed, and we would download it straight from here. Provisioning, as far as pushing agents out, as I mentioned, this is an agent-based system. We're going to put an agent out on every machine you want to manage. It's very low in size, 15 to 17 megs. Your users will not know it's there. It's not going to move the needle resource-wise, but it's going to go out and report back to this appliance every 2 hours, right? You can change that again through the settings side. You can have it updated as much as every 15 minutes, 2 hours, and after 2 hours, I think it's actually on an hourly basis, or a daily basis as well. So very easy to do that side, and that's how often that agent will check in. You have the different resources here available to you, right, if I want to import or export anything, and our support tab here as well. So any of the documentation, technical support, troubleshooting tools, all right here for you. If I need to contact our support and open a ticket, I can do so straight from here. Very easy to do. We talk about our IT Ninja site. If you ever need IT help on the CASE product, or really with any best practices in IT management right now, itninja.com is a wonderful site where we share best practices. It's owned and monitored by Dell and CASE. So a very useful tool for you out there. Feel free to go check that site out at any time and see what we can do for you. So we start there, and as I said, from a provisioning side, we're going to push that agent out. That agent's going to report back to the appliance and basically give you a breakdown of the inventory it's found that's out there. Now under inventory, you'll see devices, software, software catalog, all the different programs and services, schedules, things that are going on. We're going to concentrate on devices. It's going to show me all my devices here, show me when they logged in, shows me a last user, goes by the naming structure. And as you can see here, it might pull some information, as I talked about with that EMM product, where here's an iPad in here. We do have iPhones and Droids in here as well. There's an iPhone. Just different things that pop in here. So you can see your inventory all in one pane of glass. Again, very easy to pull reporting that way. Although we wouldn't be managing them straight from here, from that mobile side, we are able to see all the different things that went on with it and where it is. I am able to click on any blue hyperlink here and pull up information on this machine. I'm going to pull Piece Machine up right here. It's going to give me a breakdown, a quick summary of what it is. Obviously, it's going to be a Dell machine for this this demonstration. What we have going on with it, the chassis type, the memory, chips, the different agent version, where we are with this, the device, when it was loaded in, last checked in, its drive, how we're looking as far as usage on the drive. A quick view from that side. You notice a drop-down box up here. If you ever wanted to remote directly into the user, we can do so straight from here using any remote software you guys might have in-house right now. If you do not have anything in-house, KACE offers 2 BOMGAR licenses with the product. So that comes in very handy with remote use. So if I wanted to take over Pete's machine and work it straight from here using BOMGAR or IP lookup, we're able to click it right here and do that. So a neat way to use that agent that we have out there already, right? I'll close that down. We'll take a quick view again at the hardware inventory information. As you can see, I get a little more granular here as far as what's going on, not only with how much memory, how much is being used, where we get our asset tag numbers, any of the chips. Again, I can see my drives and my boards here. I can pull with the Dell product, again, with my service tag number with all Dell products. I can see where we are warranty-wise with this. Now, this product is hardware agnostic. It does not need a Dell machine. I can find most of this information with any other products we have in your environment. But we do have a couple advantages with Dell machines in your environment because I can pull the service tag tied to my warranty and updates catalog and show you the warranty information on Pete's that actually expired about 1.5 years ago. So I can know very quickly if I ever ran a report that Pete's machine is out of warranty. Maybe it's time for a refresh. But again, great information to have when you're looking at things from that side. If something goes wrong with his machine and we're going to call support, very quickly I could check and go, no need to call support, we don't have any. Right, so we can look at things that way. I'll look at it from a software standpoint. You can see the other things, number one, that are tied to Pete's machine from a printer side or network interfaces. But I can show my software, all the installed programs on Pete's machine. Just pulls a quick file listing of everything that Pete has installed on his machine. Again, I have a couple ways I will show you software. This is just one way if I wanted to look specifically into one user's machine and see if he had a certain product. Again, I can show all the different things that are tied to him here. Any activities that are going on. Pete belongs to 3 different labels, as I mentioned before. Some machines are pulled in by Windows 7, Windows 7 All, machines that needed an Office upgrade. Different labels that we have made over time, Pete fit into. So they're always trackable for you here. I can always track if Pete has service desk tickets and what's going on from that side. And that ties in with our help desk, right? So I'm able to look at things from this side. When I talk about security, this is where we get into our patching, anything that's going on from our patching side and where we are with this. And then any of the Dell updates, as I mentioned, with drivers, BIOS, firmware, things of that nature, I'm able to see real quickly where we are with that. I'm sorry, let me get out of something here. I'm able to see the agent logs and then any asset information that ties with this. Obviously, I can see the computer information here from this side, but I can tie related assets to this for Pete's machine. So if Pete did work from home at a time and had a printer or another monitor or something of that nature, I could tie it to him here and know that if Pete ever left my area or left my group or department or left the company, we could always check and make sure we recouped everything that was tied to him on that side of things, right? So again, a quick way of looking at our software from this side. Or my devices, I'm sorry, from this side from an inventory standpoint. I'm going to look at software from an inventory standpoint here. Click on that for you. And we're able to see all the software that was pulled by the agents that were deployed and reported back, right? I can see it all very quickly. I can see what's going on. I can search for certain software. I can just go by page by page. What's nice about this, I'm able to pull any of this software up. I can see the Adobe Flash, any of the Adobe software that's out here. And I can look over to the far right and see how many devices it's installed upon. So again, very easy to look at something from this side. If I wanted to take a look at it, I could click on it, see what version we're running, the uninstall command, any information from this product whatsoever. I can go down and see any different notes that might be here. And the 17 machines it's on, right? So again, a great way to find out certain groups that might be using a certain software that might be outdated. Just a way to find a variety of information for you from a software side. I'll click on software catalog as well. What's nice about this, we break it out a little differently here and break it down by software that's out in your environment. And then I'm able to see, okay, who has what standard. I can see my quick view of who has it installed. I can actually, by help of the end user on how many licenses you've purchased, tie it into here and help with compliance. Where I can see in this case we're okay on the Adobe Acrobat standard because I have 22 that are still not installed. But if I would look around at some certain things and see, oh, 10X, I have 8 installed, only 1 license, we're non-compliant by 7, right? What have we done here? How do we do it? Let's get them off of there. I can click real simply on the 8 and show me, again, the 8 devices that were there, right? A neat way to go back and forth and see where things are. Within about 2 clicks, we can get back and forth and see where things are. Just about everything we wanted to see from a case thing. That's one of the things we usually go through here. But again, I'm able to see where we are with things, what's out there. What's nice about this is on our metering tab, which is the blue circle we have here, I can look at this. Where did we just go for us? And pull something up for you as far as who's using it and where they're using it, how often they've used it. So we start talking about pricier products, if that's what if that's how we want to look at it. I'm able to look at this and say, you know what? I can look at how many times people have launched this over the last week, month, quarter, year, however you want to set this up, how many times it hasn't been used. So if somebody comes yearly and says, I need this software title, or I'd like to have this software title again this year, we could look and quickly and go, well, you launched it once last year for a total of 3 minutes. Is that really needed again this year? That's a decision for you to make. Perhaps it is, perhaps it isn't. We can also tie licensing in here, all the different keys, the dates purchased, the purchase order, things like that we can tie in here. Database on the back side of this product, so we're able to store all of this information and run reporting off it. So anything you see here, you're going to be able to get reporting off of, and then some. We have the processes, the different startup programs and services, discovery schedules and results. We start talking about discovery schedules of looking for other things that might be out in the environment. Chromebooks, we want to look at routers, switches, printers, things of that nature. SNMP inventory configurations, right? We can find here. Again, through this box, not going to be able to show you much from our side. Any of the discovery results we do from ping sweeps and port scans, things of that nature. We can do a variety of different ways for you to show them here, right? So we can do this in a couple different ways with our KACE product and the new releases. We can do agentless discovery, which again is very simple to come in and find them through a ping sweep or port scan and pull them into inventory manually. We also can do, whether it be an agent base from agent packs is what we call them, or asset packs, and you can go out and pull these into inventory, where these will actually pull into your inventory view. It's a little cost addition to do that, but well worth it if you don't want to do it manually. But again, something that's really neat on our new product. With that as well is what we call our server monitoring tab. As we pull that up, what we want to show you here from the monitoring side of things is the alerts we can do for it. It's basically work log monitoring, application monitoring from the server side of things. I'm able to set it up via profiles. We can set up different alerts we want to have, right, by whether it be a name or a certain thing that's going on with it. We can target these. We can have these emailed and ran at certain times to each person, certain maintenance that we have scheduled for them, basically, and find out, what alerts that are going on with this. It's not real-time monitoring, but it is, like we say, work log monitoring and application monitoring for your servers. Your KACE team will be able to break that down for you a little more as well, but we like to show it to you that it is available today for that as well. Let's move over to the Asset tab. Obviously, the assets are going to pull everything our agent has found out there, so all your computers will be brought into here. But again, what's nice about this, you're able to pull in anything else you want from an IT standpoint, and not even IT standpoint, whether it be facilities, whether it be other things you want to track, or you can import assets very simply through uploading a CSV file here. You can set your asset types very, very quickly and pull them in under your assets and tie them with all of your IT environment with your non-IT environment, right? So if I want to track wireless headsets, if I want to track mobility, if I want to track monitors, eDocs, things of that nature, we can pull through here. We have a lot of people that pull in different information from facilities, whether it be desks, office furniture, cars that are used for the company. Just anything you want to track from one location. You can give different admins access to your KACE box and only access to what you want them to see. So if I wanted to bring my facilities manager in here, give them access to assets, reporting, and service desk, because my end users might create tickets for facilities with a burnt light bulb or cracked window, whatever it might be, you can give them access to that and only that. So that comes in pretty handy for you there from this side. Again, what's nice about it, we're able to tie it into that single pane of glass, be able to run the reporting off it, and have you, going from there. So pretty neat, again, product to have from there. Customize the view, we can search it. Again, a lot of these pages you're looking at can be customized the way you want them to be, with different tables, different drop downs, columns, however you want to see things lined up. You can do that from this side. We'll move down to software distribution. So one of the issues we have today in the IT environment is how we're pushing software out to our end users that are in our environment. If they're in our building, do we have remote locations? Are we located throughout the southeast, northeast, throughout the country, right? This is where KACE can really come in and help you with some of the things. How is that software being distributed now? Are we relying on our end users? Are we doing it walking from desk to desk, traveling to other locations? What we can do is what we set up is managed installations. Now we have a couple already set up in here to save some time. So I have my Adobe Reader installation here set up. So I'm going to click on this so we can take a look at it. But it would be the same if I'm creating new, right? I'd have a name, structure, an execution, my software I'm putting in. If I need to upload an associated file with me, the additional runline parameters here, any files that go with it, right? I'm able to set this up here, run it in. On any of these pages, I'm going to have IT Ninja set up for us here. So if you ever need to click to look to that site for anything, to find runline parameters or anything else some of us may have uploaded to that site, you're able to see it here. And then I take it down. You know what? We're going to deploy this out to all my devices. Well, we're probably not going to push the software out to every device, right? So we double check with that, make sure. And we're going to send it out. Now, this is where my labels come into play again, as I mentioned. So I want to send this to a certain group of people. I want to send it to my blue gold labels, right? With that as well, I want to make sure I get this out to all of my Windows 8 systems. They need to have this. So I'm able to drag that and drop it in. So any machine I have set up in my environment that falls under my Windows 8 systems label, they will be getting this as well. I'm going to do my test as well, because that's a couple guys I have sitting in my remote lab. I'm going to say, okay, that's what we're going to send it to. If I want to send it to anyone else out of my inventory list, I can do so just by doing the drop down. So if I wanted to send it to somebody who's sitting next to me here, I'm able to click on his machine, do so as well. So a neat way to get it out to where we're sending it. And then I come into the different parameters I want to set. Do I want to alert my user before it's coming? I'll give them a drop down and timeout, install later message, which we all know would be yes, install later. Then you have the initial message, right, the completion message. However you want to let your users know it's coming, you can do so. Or we can do this silently without them knowing. I set a deployment window, an order, and a maximum attempt. So basically within that, the next 24 hours, this is going to go out and try to run and install on my endpoints. Not only try, it's going to do it. That agent's going to check in. We're going to have something set for it and say, oh, you have software waiting for you. We're going to download the software now. Your end user will not use it, will not notice that it's coming unless you choose to notify them. It would, like I said, in the case of a small download like this, I doubt your end user would even notice. But again, we're able to do it. We're able to track it all right here on how many it's going to go to. Again, through our demo box that's locked down, it's going to show some different numbers for you here. But again, very easy to get a software set up to deploy out to your end users right here through our managed installations. You can see how that would save time. What's nice about it as well, and I'll talk about replication since we're here, we talk about replication sharing. If I'm sending this to my remote users, right, on my remote site, I'm going to send it to a different office where I have 100 machines there. I don't want to send this 100 times over my WAN, right? So I don't want to tie up my bandwidth that way. So what we do is allow you to take replication share, tie it to a Windows machine at that environment. It takes over the credentials of the appliance. So what we have to do then is just send the image, the actual application, excuse me, not image, to that machine at that site. It will then disseminate it down to the machines in that environment that it sees that need to get it, based on the credentials you've already set up. So again, you're only sending it once, saving your bandwidth from that time. You can actually schedule the different bandwidth and how you want to have it from high and low and the times you want to do that, right? So very easy to do. We can do some file synchronization as well, since we have a database on the back side of this. If you're using certain things now, whether it be expense reports, travel policies, things of that nature you want to continue to use, you want to have directions to the picnic for the company, you can upload it here and push it out to your end users as well. Very easy way to do it and keep things on that. We can do wake on land for you and help from that side as well. We also can do alerts. What's nice about this from a security standpoint for a company, for an IT saving time message, things of that nature we're able to do here. Severe weather, right? From a Dell standpoint, we have a few different offices. One of them is in Oklahoma City, so we put this in here. And we say, since that agent's on the machine, I can have a pop-up come up on your page at any point in time and go, hey, we have a warning, severe weather is reported in the area, get to your designated shelter, right? So that goes out to everybody right now that we send it to at that location. I can send it to all users very simply and put the second one in there. Outlook's down. Stop submitting trouble tickets. We're working on it. It'll be fixed in an hour. You know, from an IT standpoint, you're going to look at that and go, hey, that's great, because everybody's always calling her. They're the ones that are discovering something's wrong, right? When we already knew everything was. Printers down, whatever you want to do. You know, comes in very handy again from an education standpoint. If you ever need to lock down schools for any security reason, we can pop these up on every machine that's out there and go, hey, you know, campus is on lockdown. Stay where you are. You know, things like that unfortunately come into play sometimes, and we've been lucky enough to be in use at certain schools that have used it and you know, have come to really make everyone a little more safe from that side of things. I'll move down to the scripting tab. Scripting tab I like to show for everyone. We include a bunch of scripts in here out of the box, a lot of things to do with the agent, certain policies of MSIs. You can import scripting at any time you want here. You can create news, you can delete them, you can run them. If you do have in-house scripting talent, we do allow you, obviously, to create new scripts and run them here. Again, with scripting, I don't tie up too much time. You know, if you have scripting talent in-house, they know when they see this, they're able to continue to run scripts and use this to do them and help create new ones as well, whether from our KACE scripts or from just importing any shell scripts or anything they have from online they have here. So again, very easy to do. A lot of remediation when we're making them upon failure. You know, different radio buttons and drop downs here. Again, we can do different things. We have different configuration policies and security policies set here as well. So when we're looking at all the different things we do from this side, that would be all under our scripting tab. I'll move to our security tab as well. This is probably one of the most popular tabs we have because it comes with patch management. So a lot of people out there today obviously are patching their Windows, their OSs. Again, we are supported with Windows, Mac, and Linux from this side. And we can do your OS patching as well. But what we can do also is your third-party patches, and that's one of the things people let slide today. They rely on their end users to do it straight from the manufacturer when they get the updates and the bubbles that pop up and everybody goes ignore and do later. What we're able to do is put this back in the hands of the IT management team and schedule it for them, automate it for them, so we know every user is updated on their third-party patching and their OS patching how often as you would like them to be. Right? So I can do this from my patch feed from Lou mentioned, where we include our OS patches, but we include the top 41 third-party application patches out there today, and that's updated monthly. We can go to the catalog and see what's out there. Again, labels can come into play here. I can tie a smart label to this, to the available packages that are out there. Any patches that might be tied to the software we use. So why get 40 types of software patches when we only use 5 softwares, right? I create my smart label here. I customize it to that view, and it pulls only the software I have in my environment here, right? So very, very neat way to do things from that side. I'm able to look at the patches, see if they're critical, see if they're recommended, whatever it is we need to do from that side. And I can go out and I can push these patches to my end users. What's nice about that is I can schedule them to go out. So when we start talking about Adobe or Java, these are things that update twice a week, 3 times a week. Wouldn't it be nice to know that from an endpoint we have that updated and patched when we need it? We can do my third-party apps, my servers, any of this stuff. Again, you're going to see this page because we already have these set up. What I'm going to do is my detect and deploy to my third-party applications. So I'm going to pull this up. You're going to see this page, again, looks pretty simple from what we did before. I'm detecting and deploying all my third-party apps here. I did it all at once. I have it set for detect and deploy. Now, I can go out and just detect to see if patches are out there. I can just deploy. I can roll back patches. However you want to see them, you can do so straight from here. Again, click the All Devices tab. Maybe not. I'm going to do my labels, my Windows 7, my Windows 8. That's who I'm going to here. Those machines are going to get it. We're going to detect all the patches. We're going to deploy all the patches. I'm going to notify them, give them a snooze, a 15-minute timeout. Any snooze duration, my initial message, a completion message if needed. Am I going to force a reboot when we're done? I'm going to say no reboot, or I can prompt my user to do it as well. I'm going to force it in this standpoint. Now, from this standpoint, I have all things ready to go for all my third-party applications that are here, right? So if I wanted to tie it into what I'm looking at, I can see it here, and I can say, you know what? I'm going to schedule this to run every Saturday at midnight, right? So I can schedule it there. I can schedule it every 12 hours or the first of every month, however you want to see it from that side. I can hit save and run now. Obviously, I have 45 devices targeted, and I can set this to run. So we're going to run this every Saturday at midnight, or at 0000 hours. I guess it's a little different, right? So that's probably Friday night at midnight, going into Saturday morning. So I'm going to set this to run, to send everything out. So I know every Saturday morning we should be patched and ready to go. What's nice about it is that I can do updates off of this from the patch management. I can do reporting. I can, I sent these patches out, but where are they? So here's a different list of all the patches, but devices not compliant by patch. Again, I can schedule these to run as well. So if I want to run my patching summary, I'm going to run that every Monday at 0000, which is Sunday night at midnight. I'm going to send it to Joe. He's my patching guy, right? So this schedule, this report of this schedule will run based on the patches that ran Friday night at midnight. So Joe comes in Monday morning, he has this report on his desk on 45 out of 45 patched. Hey, we're in good shape. Maybe one didn't, it allows Joe to go after it and see what happened, why one didn't. Maybe somebody was, on vacation, his machine's sitting in a closet somewhere, right? Not able to do something if it's not turned on and have access to the internet. So, but again, a very easy way to see things from that from on the security side. We can do the open vulnerability assessment language scans. It's about 1,300 different vulnerabilities we'll test from this catalog. Again, that's updated monthly, but again, ties it to different MS numbers, any CVE numbers we can reference to and see what's out there. Comes in handy. SCAP scan or SCAP scans are for when you're working on the government side of things, how your machines need to be set up to be compliant to work with government. We can help you out there. We have a lot of government customers, obviously. And from a Dell update side, I talked about our drivers, BIOS, and our firmware updates. We can tie to our catalogs here, show what's out there for you, again, just like we did with patches, but this time with the Dell environment. And look at what's out there from the server side, if it's optional, recommended, what we're looking at, different clients, and all the different things we can do there. What's great about that, again, is we can go back and schedule things to run just like we would with the patches. And in this case, I'm going to show one we have already loaded up for my drivers and BIOS updates. And I can do my driver and BIOS inventory. I'm going to run that the first every month. Now, I'm not going to deploy that every month because any of us in the IT side of things know when we deploy drivers and BIOS, something usually happens on the back end of that, right? So what I'm doing is I'm just going to go out and detect what's out there. That way I have a report of that done. So if any machine ever has to be serviced or anything with a warranty standpoint, if you're going to call support, one of the first things they're going to ask about is drivers and BIOS. We're able to give them that information very quickly there. But again, from a firmware update, if something needs to be changed on the client side from a Dell machine, we're able to do a quick firmware update and send that out to your end users, whether they be out in the field or not. We don't need the machines back, so it comes in real handy from that side. I'll talk to Service Desk quickly. Show you the different versions we have here from the configuration side to start. So when you set up the Service Desk, whether you're using one today or not, we can do things a variety of different ways, from setting your Service Desk terminology for ticket archival. So we have a hierarchy of tickets here from the queue side of things. So we can set up different queues, whether it be by location or product or problem. We can set your queues up here. And then for your workflow processes, from parent-child ticketing to new hire processes, things like that we set up here. Your rules and your layouts here, and any different holidays or business hours you want your SLAs tied to, we can do so here. So when I come back and look at my tickets from an admin standpoint, and I'm going to be a super user from all sides, I will look at all tickets. Let me grab those. And you'll see every ticket, every queue it's assigned to, the people that are using it, the submitter, the owner, things of that nature. What's nice about this, if I have different admins working here, I can look at things right away and go, you know what, from Tom, he's going to handle all my software issues. Bill's going to handle my hardware issues. Joe's going to handle everything from my North Carolina office. And we can set different queues up, so when my end users create the ticket, they automatically funnel to those queues. I can set my admins up so they can only see their queue. Emails are set up obviously when tickets are created, so we're aware that something's out there. We're able to go in and look at it. We can see when my due dates are. We can click on this and see who's been using it, if the things are done, where we are with it. So if I want to see my paycheck is wrong from Joe, that's going to go into the payroll queue, right? My IT, I can click on it. Martin's created this. One person can't work. Again, these drop downs are set up in my configuration. I can set all these. I can take some away. I can make more. What's nice about this, I'm able to see just kind of what it is. It's new. The categories are hardware. It's a medium priority. The submitter, who he is. The device, it will tie to Martin's machine at this point in time. I can see if Martin's created other tickets. And what's nice about that is I'm able to see, hey, if this one person continues to create tickets, is it a problem with his machine? Is it a problem with the user? Is more training needed? Things like that. I comment on my work here, the history of it here, who's worked it, how long they worked it, if I need to add a parent or trial, if I need to add work to it. I can do so very easily as well. I just hit the Add Work button. I put in when I started, when I ended, and what I did, right? Fix the issue, I add that, and obviously we'll pull that into how many hours we've worked and what's happened with it. So what's nice about that is when I save that, that information is there. I'm able to track that as far as how much we've used, how much we've worked on things, and pull those reports later when we start talking about head count issues, the need for more people. Hey, how many tickets did we work this week, this month on the help desk side of things? How many hours we're using it? We're able to pull that information easily from this side. We have a knowledge base obviously tied to this. We can create off our tickets as well. But anything you want to put up here to drive your users to first, to take a look at and see, hey, do I want to change my hard drive? Okay, here's how you do it. Obviously, we're probably not going to do that in most cases in most companies. But if you need to, here's what you'll need. Here's the steps you're going to need to take and what you're going to have to do afterwards. Tie in any user URLs here, videos, pictures, anything you want to see from that side, we can do so. Again, allow your users to be more proactive and fix things on their self-sufficient side of things, right? User console library ties to our software. What's nice about this, I'm able to make software available to my end users without changing their admin rights or any privileges we have to those, because I can use the agent's credentials here. I can make the software available to the end users, put it up here from an admin side, and from a user side, if they came in here and I only wanted that user based on his credentials to see the agent and Google Chrome, they would only see two softwares from their set. And they can come and go, you know what, I want Chrome, I'm sick of IE, let's do that. And they can click on it and load it to their machine. Very easy to do. Again, takes a lot of things away from the IT side of things, puts it back on the end user's side, and again, with one click, pretty easy to get things going from that side. But again, from our service desk side, we'd like to do a lot of different things from here. It is very customizable for you. It's really nice as far as tracking things. It's nice from a parent-child ticketing standpoint when we start talking about new hires. It's nice to put the queues out there and have admins assigned to each queue so we know people are working things specifically from one side, and we're able to do things there for you. When I look at the reporting side of things, we talk about reporting almost in every step of the KACE product. I'm able to search and view patches from a variety of different things. I'm just going to click on all items here. It's probably going to pull about 219. We create a few of these every now and then when we're making demonstrations. But you can see we have expiring licenses, true-up reports in here. We include 150 box reports when you get this. But if I wanted to look at Dell products, or like we talked about warranties being expired, warranties going to expire in the next 6 months, 60 days, however it is, keeping up to date with information like that can come in handy. C drives are less than 2 gigs. You know, if I want to run that report once a week just to see where everybody's standing, I'm able to do so there from here. 15% free disk, you know, same type of report there. But again, a lot of different things we can do there. A lot of different things we can show from a software and hardware standpoint, different totals with memory and things we want to see. We can create reports very easy. I'll click on the wizard just to show you. I won't go through it. But really, you can see I'm 20% done. It takes about 5 steps. I can title it. I set my category. I'm able to pull the different things I want to see in the topics. And really, it is all drop downs and creating this. And then, you know, on one part saying basically it contains or does not contain this or equal to this. And we're able to have a report done very, very quickly that way. We can schedule reports to run. As I showed you a little earlier from our patching summary, our system, we can send it to certain users. What's nice about this, if you're having weekly or monthly meetings and certain information is needed each meeting, maybe we run that report showing, different drives that are less than 2 gigs. So we know our different warranties that are expiring in the next 30, 60 days to keep us up to date with system refresh side of things and just where we are there. Send it to certain people, very easy to do, and so they all have that information when they show up to the meetings. Do different notifications with our reports as well, all about software that we don't want out there, BIOSes that need to be updated. Again, we can run these very easily at certain point-and-click times. Show me software that ran as the agents come in that isn't out there. We can tie the script to it, run the script and uninstall at that point as well. But again, have it sent to a certain recipient, in this case our help desk, and we're able to do so very easily and very quickly from our reporting tab there. I talked to settings already. I'll pop back up to home as I see we're running out of time for this. I want to just cover everything again. This was our K1 system management box. Everything upon that left-handed side is included with the product. We are kind of what we like to say an all-in-one product to handle your IT needs from a day-to-day basis on the system management side. Please reach out to your KACE team. We would love to show you a more in-depth demonstration, get a trial going in your environment, have our engineers help you with everything. Before we even look at pricing and buying this product, we are priced and licensed by the agent. So as many machines as you're looking to manage, that's how we would license your product. The KACE product comes standard with 100 licenses included, and then we can talk about warranties, length of time, and whether it be 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, and how we look at things from that side. We can really drill down and get things going from that side. I want to thank you for taking the time to look at our KACE K1 system management appliance today. Hopefully this has been beneficial to you. Please check back to this website at any point in time at software.dell.com, and you'll see updates of the KACE products when we have something to tell you or any new demonstrations available, and we'll be more than happy to show it to you and be able to click on things from that side. Again, you'll see white papers, PDFs, all different data sheets and features and benefits for you here. But again, we would love to show you the product. We're able to get this into your environment and show you how it can save you time and your organization money. I want to thank you very much for taking a look at our product today. And again, reach out to your Dell team. Thanks again.